Eagle 7 here. Wanted to make a quick video on some hovering tips. As you know, in my video descriptions, I am a real helicopter pilot, civilian, not military, but I have flown A-Star, AH-64D B2s, Jet Ranger B3s. I learned on an old Army surplus AH-64D, and I just wanted to talk to you briefly about how helicopter flight instruction works. When you fly with your instructor and you're first learning to hover, the instructor will bring the helicopter into a hover and you work on each individual flight control. So for instance, you'd start with the anti-torque pedals. So the instructor would have the cyclic and the collective, and he'd tell you, keep the nose pointing at that mountain out there. And so all you would do is just work the pedals, wiggle your feet, wiggle your toes in your boots, trying to keep the nose straight. And when you got comfortable with that, then the instructor would take the anti-torque pedals and the collective, and he'd tell you to work the cyclic, and you'd work the cyclic, and so on, until you got pretty comfortable with each flight control. And then he would give you all of them, and you'd be lucky to be able to hover it in the size of a football field. In the real world, it takes about 10, maybe 15 hours, 10 hours. They call it the hover button. After about 10 hours, they say people get the hover. It's like pushing the hover button. It all kind of clicks. So, not to bore you anymore with that, what we usually do in a real helicopter, and it's a little hard in a simulator, is as you increase the collective, you'll feel it get light on the skids. In this particular case, I guess it's light on the wheels. And as it gets light on the wheels, you want to stop right at that moment and make sure your flight controls are where you want them. In this particular aircraft, I've noticed that you're going to anticipate a little left pedal and a little right cyclic for that translating tendency. So once we're light on the skids or wheels in this case, we can start to put in gentle pressure. And everything we do in a helicopter is you put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out. There's no holding anything. You're constantly moving, but you're moving in very, very fine movements. In the real helicopter, your forearm is resting on your thigh, and you're pretty much just wiggling your fingers. But here we go. We'll get it light on the wheels, and we can see it starting to move. So now we're going to anticipate left pedal, right cyclic, and we should be able to pick it up into about a 5-foot hover. And again, we're looking out down the runway. We don't want to look in front of the aircraft. We want to look at that mountain way down there. And we just want to keep our nose aligned with that mountain. 3 to 5 foot hover in civilian aircraft. That just in case you lose your engine and enter a hovering auto rotation 3 to 5 feet, no one's going to get hurt. And you just want to kind of keep it there, 3 to 5 feet, 5 feet. And you're constantly, if you look up, I have the joystick box, I'm constantly making fine corrections. Back and forth, in and out, in and out. And if you got to kind of wiggle your toes on the pedals, push left pedal, and then relax the left pedal, in, out. And you can pretty much get a fairly stable hover, and then we'll just come down. And that's pretty much it. Just takes time. I hope the video helped, just a little insight into real helicopter pilot training. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments in the comment section.